We're looking today at Matthew chapter 20, reading verses 20 to 28. Then the mother of the sons of Zebedee came up to him with her sons, and kneeling before Jesus, she asked him for something. And he said to her, "What do you want?" She said to him, "Say that these two sons of mine are to sit, one at your right hand and one at your left, in your kingdom." Jesus answered, "You do not know what you are asking. Are you able to drink the cup that I am to drink?" They said to him, "We are able." He said to them, "You will drink my cup, but to sit at my right hand and at my left is not mine to grant, but is for those for whom it has been prepared by my Father." And when 10 heard it, they were indignant at the two brothers. But Jesus called them to him and said, "You know that the rulers of the Gentiles lord it over them, and their great ones exercise authority over them. It shall not be so among you, but whoever would be great among you must be your servant, and whoever would be first among you must be your slave, even as the Son of Man came not to be served, but to serve, and to give his life as a ransom for many." So as I read that passage, it stood out to me that it was the mother of the two sons of Zebedee that came with that request to Jesus. It seems an innocent enough request. She was asking that he would look out for her sons and give them a great position whenever his heavenly kingdom came into being. And as someone who's just become a father, I can understand her heart, where she was coming from. You want the best for your children. You want them to succeed and do well, and you want to see them prosper. That's where she was coming from. But she made the fatal mistake of coming at it from an earthly perspective, of viewing greatness for her children as a seat at the high table. She saw this as an opportunity for them to take power and to make themselves great by their position with Jesus. But Jesus gives us a real lesson in what it means to be truly great. So what Jesus teaches us about greatness is it's not amongst having authority, it's not about what position you sit in, it's not about your title, it's about how you serve and who you serve. See, Jesus teaches us that he himself came not to be served by us, but to serve us. He came to humble himself, to step down from his seat of honour and glory, to humbly serve us by being obedient to death on a cross. And he teaches us that that's the way to greatness, not by climbing up the corporate ladder, but by stooping down, by serving others, by looking out for their needs, by putting them first. And obviously, as a parent, I serve my child. I serve my daughter Ada. At the moment she's a baby, so me and my wife, we have to do everything for her, and there's nothing wrong with serving your children. But what Jesus is teaching us is that we serve not for what we can get out of it, but because it's the way he modelled for us and we copy in his footsteps. And see, here's the thing. The mother of the sons of Zebedee wanted to build up her children. She didn't care about the other disciples. And that's an important lesson for us, that we mustn't focus solely on ourselves or even on our family, and we can come about it with good intent, with desire to serve our children. But we have to remember that if we're exalting and lifting up our own children, our own family, we have to be careful to make sure that we're not doing it at the expense of someone else. We have to make sure that we're prepared to make sacrifices and let others go before us, to serve them, to wash their feet, to follow the way of Jesus, and not seek to be served, but to serve. So that's the application today, to copy the example of Jesus, to look for opportunities to serve people, to not rush to the place of honour for yourself, but instead rush to the place of humility. And as we finish in prayer, take time today to ask the Holy Spirit to show you the people around you that are the least, the ones that you should be a servant or a slave to, in order to find true kingdom greatness modelled after Jesus' example.